In this video, we will explore HTML input attributes, focusing on how they enhance form functionality and user experience. We'll be looking at attributes related to validation such as required pattern, min, length, and max length. Then we'll discuss attributes that improve the user experience, including placeholder, autocomplete, and autofocus. Finally, we will cover attributes that directly affect functionality like type, name, value, read-only, and disabled. The required attribute is a simple yet powerful tool that makes an input field mandatory. A user must fill this field before submitting the form. If a field with the required attribute is left empty, the form will not submit. Instead, the browser will display a validation message, prompting the user to complete the missing information. Let's look at an example. Here we have a basic form with a username field. The input tag includes the attribute required. This ensures that a user must enter a username before submitting the form. The placeholder attribute provides a helpful hint to the user about what kind of information should be entered into an input field. This hint is displayed within the input field as light gray text. The text disappears as soon as the user begins typing, or when the input field receives focus. The placeholder attribute enhances usability by guiding users and clarifying the expected input format. For example, in this visual example, we have two input fields, one for email address and another for password. The placeholders enter your email address and choose a strong password, disappear when you start typing. In the code example, you can see how the placeholder attribute is used within the input tags for both the email and password fields. The pattern attribute is used to ensure that the data entered into an input field matches a specific format. This is achieved by setting the pattern attribute's value to a regular expression. Regular expressions are a sequence of characters that define a search pattern. The pattern attribute can be used with input types such as text, telephone, email, password, search, and URL. Here are some common pattern examples. The regular expression, a to 3, requires at least 3 letters. The regular expression, 0 to 95, specifies exactly 5 digits. The regular expression, a to z 0 to 9, _, %, plus, hyphen plus at a to z 0 to 9, hyphen plus, d2, ensures a valid email format. In the code example, you can see the pattern attribute being used to validate a zip code field. The pattern 0 to 95 ensures that the input is exactly 5 digits. The title attribute provides a helpful message to the user if the entered zip code doesn't match the pattern. The min, max, and step attributes are used to set constraints on numeric input types. The min attribute specifies the minimum value allowed for the input field. The max attribute specifies the maximum value allowed for the input field. The step attribute defines the increment or decrement intervals for numeric values. For instance, a step value of 1 means the number can only be increment or decrement by 1. Here's a table summarizing these attributes. The min attribute defines the minimum value allowed. The max attribute defines the maximum value allowed. The step attribute defines the increment or decrement intervals. In this example, we have 2 input fields. One is for quantity, which accepts numbers from 1 to 10 with a step of 1. The second is a range input for rating with values from 0 to 5 and a step of 0.5. HTML provides several attributes to control the length of text input fields. The min length attribute specifies the minimum number of characters required in the input field. The max length attribute limits the maximum number of characters allowed in the input field. The size attribute sets the visible width of the input field in characters. For text area elements, the calls attribute specifies the visible width in average character widths, and the rows attribute specifies the visible height in lines of text. Let's summarize it with an example. For username, the min length is 3, max length is 15, and size is 20. For the bio text area, rows is 4, columns is 50, and max length is 200. The autocomplete and autofocus attributes can greatly enhance the user experience of forms. The autocomplete attribute enables the browser to predict the input based on previous entries. This can save users time and effort, especially on frequently used forms. The autofocus attribute automatically focuses an input field when the page loads, drawing the user's attention to the field and allowing them to start typing immediately. Also, there is spellcheck attribute which enables or disables spell checking for an input. Let's see the example. In this example, the email input field has autocomplete set to email, which prompts the browser to suggest previously entered email addresses. The search input field has autofocus, so it will be automatically selected when the page loads. The message text area has spellcheck set to true, which enables spell checking as the user types. The read-only and disabled attributes are both used to limit user interaction with input fields, but they have important differences. A read-only input field cannot be modified by the user, but the user can still focus, select, and tab to the field. The value of a read-only field is submitted with the form. A disabled input field, on the other hand, cannot be interacted with at all. The user cannot focus, select, or tab to the field. The value of a disabled field is not submitted with the form. Here is a detailed comparison of them. Read only lets user to focus, select, and tab to the field, and its value is submitted with the form. Disabled doesn't let user to interact with the field, and its value is not submitted with the form. In this code example, the username field is set to read only, so the user can see the value, but cannot change it. The inactive field is set to disabled, so the user cannot interact with it at all, and its value will not be submitted. The list and Datalist attributes provide suggestions and predefined options for input fields. The list attribute references a Datalist element that provides predefined options for an input field. A Datalist contains option elements that provide suggestions for an input. This combines free text entry with drop-down-like suggestions, which is well supported in modern browsers. Here we have a form with an input field for choosing a browser. The list attribute is set to browsers, which corresponds to the ID of the Datalist element. The Datalist element contains several option elements, each representing a different browser. When the user focuses on the input field, a drop-down list of suggested browsers will appear. To ensure effective and secure use of HTML input attributes, follow these best practices. Always implement both client-side and server-side validation for security. This ensures that data is validated on the client side for a better user experience, and on the server side to prevent malicious attacks. Choose the right input type for better mobile keyboards and built-in validation. This makes it easier for users to enter data on mobile devices and takes advantage of built-in validation features. Ensure attributes work correctly across desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. This ensures that your forms are usable on all devices. Use the title attribute to provide helpful validation error messages. This helps users understand what they need to fix. Ensure forms remain accessible when using validation attributes, and include JavaScript fallbacks for older browsers, when needed. By following these best practices, you can create powerful, user-friendly forms that are both secure and accessible. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.